Hey guys. Episode 3, week 3, nutrition series. I don't know what to say at the beginning of these messages yet, but I'll figure it out. Hi, babe. Just want to say thanks, I guess, for everyone's support. Hey, Zoe. Support and encouragement throughout all this, it's nice to get some feedback and see that there's some people getting some benefit out of this. So that's really all my goal is. Whether it be a small bit of information or something that really kind of turns on in your head, that's all I really want. My babe. Thank you. So I'm gonna give everyone maybe another minute just to kind of join in. I know there's a couple people that still kind of join a little late. But in the meantime, thanks everyone for joining. What's up, Betty? Appreciate it, bud. I got 3 things I'm gonna cover today. Two questions are kind of combined. One of them is kind of a general question that I think a lot of people kind of want to know the answer to. So hope that helps you guys out today. Hope everyone's doing good. Fellow fitness enthusiasts. Hey man, I'm looking forward to our Coming to America 2 viewing party this Friday. That should be fun. Alright guys, if you haven't drank water today, drink some water please. It's very beneficial. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and start. Just so we can kind of get this wrapped up. I just want to get this under a 10-15 minute window. So one of the things that I encounter a lot, especially as a trainer, dealing with most of my clients, obviously they have a lot of nutrition questions. One of the biggest ones though is counting calories. That's a big thing. That's a big trend. Logging your calories and stuff like that. And while I think there's great benefit to it, I also think that it can be sometimes a little bit detrimental, just because it's so time consuming and so so much brain power, So question posed, is counting calories important for weight loss? The short answer, I'm going to say yes. The long answer, I'm going to say yes. Yeah, you eat more than you burn, you gain weight. You eat less than you burn, you lose weight. Pretty simple, right? But it's a lot more complicated than that. There's actually a 25% error when you actually count calories and do all that stuff by measuring and stuff like that. It just depends on your physiology. Sometimes things change. Sometimes things are gonna burn faster than others depending on your body type. So it really just depends on your person. So it's hard to really measures that as a exact percentage of your calories. Also, people who count calories are actually less likely to see lasting results, because at the end of the day, you're gonna stop counting them in about 2-3 weeks because it just gets really annoying. Let's be real, it gets tiring. It's not really, a lifestyle to be doing that all the time. So when you base your food choices on just what the label says, it's hard to really understand what your hunger signals are. So if you really listen to what your stomach is kind of telling you when you eat your calories and when you choose the food you choose, that's really going to be a lot better than picking labels, because at the end of the day, you just got to listen to yourself. And that's the hardest part about this process, is really just being in tune with what your stomach is telling you at this point. So one thing I'll tell people, instead of counting calories, is use your hand. There's an easy way to use your hand for hand portions. Your hands are portable. They're specific to you, so they're gonna be sized based on your body. So my handful of food is going to be a lot bigger or smaller than someone else. So choose your nutrients based on that. I have something that I can give you if you're interested in that, that'll tell you how to choose your food based on your hand portion. You get a cup full of carbohydrates, you get a handful of protein, you get a thumb full of fats, or two handfuls of veggies. Uh-oh, my new roommate's client in right now. But it typically takes about a week or two to get the hang of that, but it's easier to use hand portions than to count calories, just because it doesn't overcomplicate things, and it really makes it a lot simpler to just use your hand whenever you're eating than punching in a phone and like measuring your food. Like, I know it's annoying to do that. I've done it, so if it's a lot easier to just do hand portions, do hand portions. There's just nothing wrong with that. Okay, so that'll bring me into like the next two questions, which I'll kind of combine, and it's should I avoid carbs and should I avoid grains? So first one, should I avoid carbs? That's the biggest one that I get a lot of when people start to get onto a nutrition plan is, I know I should eat less carbs so that I can lose weight. Yes and no. Should I avoid carbs? Short answer, no. Long answer, no. It just depends on the kind of carbs you put into your body. I'm sure you've heard it a lot. You cut carbs, you lose weight, but it's best to just choose the moderate amount of the right carbs that you need. Hey Mariella, good to see you. Whole grains, sweet potato, regular potato, fruits. Yes, fruits are good carbohydrates. I know people talk about fruits being, oh my god, there's so much sugar in fruit, but I would much rather you eat an apple or an orange than you drink iced tea or a Gatorade or a soda that has 40 grams of sugar, because that's straight into your bloodstream, versus eating fruit, which is going to digest in your body and take time to process so that you actually use that energy wisely. Your body knows what to do with that, okay? So it's okay to eat fruit, potatoes, sweet potatoes, beans, legumes like green beans, broccoli, Brussels sprouts. Those are all good carbohydrates to eat for your body to give you the right nutrients and help you in your weight loss and in your just overall health journey. Our parents told us when we were kids to eat our greens. It's not because they wanted us to eat our greens. At the end of the day, we just have to, give our body the right type of nutrition. Okay? So last thing, should I avoid grains? This is kind of a difficult one. Good. That's good. That's good sugar for you. Hey Dre, that's good sugar for you, Zoe. Should I avoid grains? This is kind of a difficult topic because, there's two different camps of it, At the end of the day, if you're trying to stay lean, just be reasonable with the amount of grain you're trying to eat and listen to your body. Everyone's body is going to respond differently to grains, so there's no right or wrong answer here. It's really just being mindful of what your body feels like after you eat these things. It's a very training discussion because when we get into two different camps of it, paleo and Whole30. Oh geez, Whole30, here comes Andy. When paleo and Whole30, they kind of do cut out grains, which isn't a bad thing. It's never a bad thing to do things like that, but you have to understand that if you're going to cut that out, you have to replace it with something to get those nutrients back, right? And then, when you get into the vegan camp, they also use grains as a superfood to supplement the nutrients they're missing, but grains aren't the end all to be all when it comes to a diet. You need everything. At the end of the day, you have to eat what's beneficial for your body and what's going to respond best to you. You really have to pay attention to those signals because there's no right or wrong answer. As much as, we can give you research and things like this, like, you really have to just trial and error. But at least you know the information, unless your body's intolerant to certain types of food, there's no reason to completely exclude a certain food group, okay? Unless you're allergic to it, unless your body just rejects it completely, or just mental reasons, health reasons, ethical reasons for it, that's fine. But just make sure that you completely supplement your body with the nutrients that are missing if you do cut out other foods. That's really the most important thing. Like I said, there's nothing wrong, there's nothing right with either choice you make. Just be healthy about it, and don't hurt yourself. Um, that's really all that there is to it. And then real quick, just because people like to vilify carbohydrates, I want you to know that veggies that are rich in carbohydrates are yams, beans, pumpkin, sweet potatoes, beets, broccoli, asparagus, spinach, tomatoes, onions, peppers, cucumbers, carrots, peas, butternut squash, white potatoes. Those are all good carbohydrates for you. Okay, so when people try to vilify and make carbs seem bad, if you're eating tomatoes and onions and peppers, I mean, come on, there's nothing wrong with those types of carbohydrates, right? And then you also get fruit, which when we talk about fruit again, apples, mangoes, grapes, grapefruit, peaches, berries, orange, bananas, all of that. Those are good fruits for you. Those are good. It's good as far as glucose. Yes, it's sugar, but it's good on the glycemic index for you, where your body knows how to respond to it and use it as energy. Okay? Whew! So, that's my rant for today. If you guys have any questions throughout the week, please, 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 I would love to hear from you. This is all like really interesting to me, so I like to research stuff and I like to find answers for you. So thanks for tuning in. I'll see you guys next Monday. If you guys have any questions, message me and I'll try to answer them on Monday night. Okay? Thanks, Tiffany. Bye, guys.